130 টাকা। এদিকে চলে আসবে, এদিকে চলে আসবে।
Krishna Krishna
So today is the Awareness Day of His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Bhagavan.
So today is the appearance day of His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada.
And this is a vast puja honor and still Prabhupada to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur.
There is a Vyasa Puja offering by Srila Prabhupada to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur
1961.
in 1961,
Before he went to the U.S.
before he went to the US.
in 1965.
He went 1965.
You can see what his mood was then.
You can see what his mood was then.
Everyone.
On this day, O my master, I made a cry of grief. I was not able to tolerate the absence of my Guru. 2. On this auspicious day, I have come with this offering just to worship you remembering your lotus feet. 3. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's judgment is that renunciation is most important. Not only that, but such knowledge must be delivered to every conditioned being. 4. The beginner in devotional service has no ability to solve this dilemma. But you are a Mahabhagavata. You have given us direction. 5. One bewildered by ignorance, what kind of renunciate can he be? He will only be a Falgu Vairagi, renouncing externally. 6. Renunciation is actually the result of real spiritual emotion. Without such feeling, it is simply known as show bottle. 7. But there is another show bottle for the purpose of preaching. That is the Lord's sannyas by which the Mayavadis are defeated. 8. Lord Chaitanya's philosophy is beyond Varnashrama. It is Bhagavata Dharma for putting an end to all cheating processes of religion. 9. Performing dry renunciation, there can be no real preaching. Therefore, Yukta Vairagya is given the highest essential understanding. 10. That sannyas which I have given you is for preaching in devotion. The faithless sense enjoyers are unable to understand this.
Eight Vasishtha, what is the one? Second one.
There are 8 Vasishthyas. We finished first one. Now we'll read this second one. We'll read one or two. 11. Generally, the sannyasis renounce everything and go and stay in the mountain caves. But you, O Master, keep your sannyasis in mansions of marble. 12. To see a sense enjoyer is just like drinking poison. But you, O my Master, go far and near, even abroad, to give them your darshan. 13. Mlechas and Yavanas are forbidden to enter the Hindu temples. But you, my Lord, make them chairmen and sit them in the assembly of devotees. 14. Hindus are not allowed to cross the ocean, but you send your devotees overseas to preach. 15. In the cities of Kali Yuga, the instructions of the bona fide spiritual preceptors are forbidden. Still, you remain here in any way possible. 16. The devotees want to hide in a secluded place to perform their bhajan. You, however, do not accept this in your judgment. 17. Whenever there is an increase in population, there in that place, preaching is to be found. 18. In London, you want a student hostel. You explain that it must be first class. 19. In the land of barbarians, a student hostel for preaching Harikatha. Who can understand the significance of these things? 20. To resolve all the apparent contradictory statements is not the play of some incompetent fool. 21. If everyone simply sat down together and considered these things, what nice preaching there could be. 22. What is your order also? That everyone coming together should merge in your message and preach it to the world. 23. If everyone just initiates, then there will only be a contradictory result. As long as it goes on, there will be only failure. 24. Now even, my God brothers, you return here to the order of our Master, and together we engage in this puja. 25. But simply a festival of flowers and fruits does not constitute worship. The one who serves the message of the Guru really worships him. 26. The service of the message is the real meaning of the Vedas. Don't be proud, brothers. Come back to this. 27. Kalidas Nag, a learned man who was defeated by Srila Saraswati Thakur and later became his disciple. That master said in public forum one day, 28, that Kali's mission was to kill the entire world, while the essential meaning of Lord Chaitanya's message was kept locked up in a cage. 29. Oh shame, my dear brothers, aren't you embarrassed? In the manner of businessmen, you increase your disciples. 30. Our master said to preach, let the neophytes stay in the temples and ring the bells.
Going up 8 Vasishtas.
Like this, we finish second, so there are 8 Vasishthyas.
But to read all these would take up too much time.
But to read all these will take up too much time.
We only have 1 hour. So, as we heard, like he said, the Saraswati Thakur, he said, Pranachajar, Jahetu Rashad.
So, as we see, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, Pran Ache Jar Sehetu Prachar.
Those who are alive, they preach.
Those who are alive, they preach.
Right. So, he wanted the devotees to go out and preach.
He wanted the devotees to go out and preach.
Today is the 150th anniversary of his appearance.
Today is the 150th anniversary of his appearance.
Unfortunately, it should be a bigger celebration.
Unfortunately, it should be a much bigger celebration.
Last night, we had the SGVA, Saraswati Gaudiya Vaishnava Association, lectures on Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Last night we had the SGVA, Saraswata Gaudiya Vaishnava Association, lectures on Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
But, the 125th appearance of Brahma, Bhaktisiddhanta Swami, they're doing a big, we did a big thing we heard before.
For 125th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's appearance, we did a big thing.
So, unfortunately, we didn't take this opportunity to glorify our Guru.
Unfortunately, we will take this opportunity to glorify our Param Gurudev.
And so our presentation was on the humble.
So our presentation was a bit humble.
And actually, you can see here how even before Brahma went to the West, he had a worldwide vision.
We can see here how even before Srila Prabhupada went to the West, he had a worldwide vision.
And that was given by his Gurudev, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur.
That was given by his Gurudev, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
He wanted to unite all the disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
He wanted to unite all the disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
The grand united preaching
To do a grand united preaching
all over the world.
all over the world.
But no one took it right. They didn't take it very seriously.
But no one, they didn't take it very seriously.
But Prabhupada went himself,
So Srila Prabhupada went himself,
that's why we're all sitting here today.
and that's why we are all sitting here today.
Well, I told them last night that Prabhupada went, but she was carrying out the order of his Gurudev, Bhakti, Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
So I told them last night, Srila Prabhupada went to the west because he was carrying out the orders of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
So naturally, we should be very grateful to our Prime Gurudev for sending Prabhupada to us.
So we should naturally be very grateful to our Param Gurudev for sending Srila Prabhupada to us.
And Prabhupada, he got the same message to his followers.
And Srila Prabhupada, he echoed the same message to his followers,
And they should allow him to preach.
that they should all preach.
Prabhupada said that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati in China, sometimes I think to pull out the marble of the temples.
Srila Prabhupada said that sometime Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was telling him that sometimes he thought that it was good to pull out all the marbles from the temples
Sell it
and sell it
and read books.
and print books.
I told Prabhupada, if you ever get money, print books.
So he told Srila Prabhupada, if you ever get money, print books.
Oh, one of the priorities that Prabhupada did was to start with the BBP and printing his books.
So one of the priorities that Srila Prabhupada had was to establish the BBT to print his books.
And but he asked his son to distribute the books.
He asked iskcon to distribute the books.
He heard of Bhakti Sampradaya. He had a rule that his pujaris and devotees to stay in the temple and chant 100,000 names.
We heard that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, for his pujaris and those who stayed in the temple, they should chant 100,000 names.
When I first came here to Mayapur in 1970,
When I first came here to Mayapur in 1970,
there are so many of Prabhupada's blood brothers alive.
there were still many of Srila Prabhupada's god brothers alive.
So you got some insider information.
So we got some insider information,
Some nectar. Some nectar.
some nectar.
We heard that those who went out and distributed the books, they would have to chant 25,000 names a day.
So we heard that those who distributed the books would have to chant 25,000 names a day.
That's 16 rounds.
That's 16 rounds.
And he had a daily newspaper.
He had a daily newspaper.
People ask, how do you bring information, and how do you get information in a daily spiritual newspaper?
So people would ask him, how do you have enough information for a daily spiritual newspaper?
This material world, Akapan Vibhuti,
This material world is only ekapat vibhuti.
Spiritual world is Tripad Vibhuti.
Spiritual world is vipat vibhuti.
But I think I more.
So you have 3 times more information.
We heard about this another Thakur. He was a very unique personality.
So we heard how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was a very unique personality.
His hands would go down to his knees.
His hands would go down to his knees.
Like Chaitanya, Ajahn,
Like Lord Chaitanya, Ajahn Ulambita Bhujo.
and the next 3 lines
He had 3 lines on his neck.
he would go around and he'd write each other and Lordy, Maharaj, and he gave out sweets for Muslim kids.
He would go out in his chadar and dhoti and he would give out sweets to the kids, Muslim kids.
Actually, lots of the land that he had was given to him by the Muslims of Mayapur.
Actually, much of the land that he had was given to him by the Muslims of Mayapur.
So he was a very gracious, very encompassing.
So he was a very gracious and very encompassing personality.
And one of our neighbors was one of the youngest disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur.
One of our neighbors was one of the youngest disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur,
Swami.
Damodar Swami.
He told us some things.
He told us some things.
He said Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was walking with disciples, he was there.
He said that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was walking with his disciples and he was there.
In the evening,
In the evening,
he stopped.
he stopped
Looking at the moon
and he was looking at the moon.
for a long time.
He looked at the moon for a long time.
Other disciples what's he looking at the moon for?
Other disciples were thinking, what is he looking at the moon for?
They turned him down. The people on the moon planet, they become materialistic.
Then he looked towards them and said, the people in the moon planet, they have become materialistic.
Bahir Mukh.
Bahir Mukh.
We have to go there and preach.
We have to go there and preach.
We don't know where he is now.
So we don't know where he is now,
But he's preaching.
where he is preaching.
They studied the four Vaishnava Sampradayas.
So he studied the 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas.
In his temple, there's the 4 Sampradayas there,
In his temple, there are the 4 Sampradayas there,
out of the 4 corners.
at the 4 corners.
And he studied. He said that the differences are not so significant.
So he studied and said that the differences are not so significant.
What's really important that everyone is promoting Krishna Bhakti.
What is very important is that everyone is promoting Krishna Bhakti,
He said Krishna Bhakti.
Krishna Bhakti.
So, he spent time discussing the different acharyas and different sampradayas.
He spent time discussing with various acharyas in various sampradayas,
And he appreciated how Ramanujacharya just defeated the impersonalism quickly.
And he appreciated how Ramanujacharya defeated impersonalism quickly.
How Maharaj, Madhvacharya, he also defeated the impersonalists.
How Madhvacharya, he also defeated the impersonalists.
So, like this, he was preaching in a very cutting edge way
So he was preaching in a very cutting edge way
for his day and age.
for his day and age.
Like when cars are just a thing that only the elite would have, British,
When cars were a thing that only the elite would have, a few British,
and then he bought a car.
then he bought a car.
But then some of the devotees would take the car just for some advice of medicine or water or something.
So some of the devotees, they would take the car to buy some medicines or something.
So he told a story.
So he told a story.
Shaligram diya badam banga.
Saligram diya badam banga.
Breaking peanuts with Shaligram Shila.
Breaking peanuts with a Saligram Shila.
He would tell a unique story
He would tell a unique story.
that one temple had a professional pujari.
One temple had a professional pujari.
He was basically an atheist,
He was basically an atheist,
but he was born in a Brahmin family.
but he was born in a Brahmin family,
So he knew how to do the puja.
so he knew how to do the puja.
He loved peanuts, wow!
He loved peanuts. Wow!
Peanuts! Wow!
Peanuts.
Wow!
Wow!
Peanut brain.
Peanut cream.
Now this person, someone gave a bag of peanuts.
So to this person, someone gave a bag of peanuts.
He was on before the temple.
They gave it before the temple.
And the peanuts.
Pujari thought,
I love peanuts!
oh peanuts, I love peanuts, wow!
He closed the door,
He closed the door.
how to break the shell of peanuts.
He was thinking how to break the shell of the peanuts. Rock is good. So he took the saligram and started breaking.
Temple owner, he had to come up at that time.
So the zamindar, the temple owner, he happened to come up at that time.
The door was closed.
The door was closed.
He looked through the window.
He looked through the window
He heard something.
and he saw that he was breaking the, he heard the sound.
And looked.
He looked.
So I took the cellular Shila, or the Ryan Shila, and breaking peanuts.
He saw that he had taken the Narayan Shila and he was breaking peanuts.
Yo, Vasanti Dilan! How did you do this?
You Pashanti demon, how did you do this?
And then grabbed my neck from out.
He grabbed him by the neck and threw him out.
So, when people were taking a car and go buy medicine out of London town,
So when they would take the car and go out to buy medicines or go out into the town,
he said, this is like showing out there that I'm alone.
this is like Saligram diya badam banga.
I'm breaking peanuts with the showing out there.
Like breaking peanuts with the Saligram Shila.
But now we take the car all
But now we take the car to odd places.
Not a very rare thing.
That time the car was a very rare thing.
And here you're taking, he bought for preaching, not for buying medicine.
He bought the car for preaching, not for buying medicines.
Like reading, taking the Gurumaharaj, Gouranga, he wanted to enter the massage by checking his legs.
So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we read how how Govinda, he wanted to massage Lord Chaitanya's legs,
But he was lying in front of the door.
but Lord Chaitanya was lying in front of the door.
So I had Lord Chaitanya roll over and let me walk in.
So he asked Lord Chaitanya, can you roll over so that I can walk in?
So he said, I'm too tired. I can't move my body.
Lord Chaitanya said, I'm too tired, I cannot move my body.
Govinda asked again and again,
Govinda asked again and again.
but Lord Chaitanya answered, I am not safe, can't move.
So Lord Chaitanya would say, I'm too exhausted, I cannot move.
But then he took a cloth, called Lord Chaitanya and stepped over it to this service of massage.
So he put a cloth on Lord Chaitanya, stepped over, and then he did his service of massage.
But he didn't was up.
But that didn't work out.
Lord Chaitanya fell asleep, Govinda stayed there.
So when Lord Chaitanya fell asleep, Lord Chaitanya, Govinda stayed there.
After about an hour, Lord Chaitanya was up.
Then after an hour, Lord Chaitanya woke up.
Why didn't you leave and go take your prasadam?
Why did you leave and go and take your prasadam?
You're lying there.
You were lying there.
How did you get in?
How did you get in?
See, doing my seva, if I have to go to hell, I'll do it.
For doing my seva, if I have to go to hell, I will do it.
But I don't want to commit aparad for my own sense motivation.
But I don't want to commit aparadh for my own sense gratification.
So, like that, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, he was instructing on that.
So like that, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was instructing
how we should use Krishna's things for preaching.
how we should use Krishna's things for preaching.
And in 1922, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur in the Gaudiya honor magazines.
In one of the Gaudiya magazines in 1922,
He gave instruction
he gave an instruction
about those who want to get married.
about those who want to get married.
I guess people don't know about this. It's
I guess people don't know about this. That is different one. Okay, should I read it?
Start with the red.
Start with the red. Okay, go. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada wrote in an article, Relation between the sexes in the harmonist. The cardinal principle of Grihastha Ashram is that no one may be the owner of any property or service of another. Everyone is only a servant whose activities are ever in the service of the Lord. Similarly, the sole object of everyone's service as the only master, only friend, only son, and only consort is Krishna. Marrying and giving in marriage do not give rise to any rights of a master, either to the husband or to the wife. Men and women are joined in wedlock for the purpose of serving each other in the performance of the joint service of Krishna. The wife is not an object of enjoyment of the husband, nor vice versa. They do not marry for gratifying their sexual appetites. They marry for pleasing the Lord, not for pleasing themselves. They choose their partners, only such persons who serve God better than themselves. They offer themselves to be accepted by their partners for the favor of being allowed to share in their superior superior service of Hari. Neither the husband nor the wife should claim the services of his or her partner on their own account. Both of them are only to offer their services if and when their partner is pleased to permit them to share their service of Hari. None of them can force their partners to serve them. This system of household discipline has its roots in the joint worship of the household deity by all members of the household. The reason why the Guru does not ordinarily ask any person to enter the state of wedlock is that it is very rare to find anyone in this world who is willing to regard his or her wife or husband as worthy of his or her unconditional services. This is, however, exactly the only relationship between husband and wife that alone can be sanctioned by the Guru.
A very interesting idol written by His Language Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
So that's a very interesting article that was written by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
And I thought I'd read that because in our community we have many grihastas, and
I thought that I'll read it because in our community we have many grihastas.
And naturally, this is the highest Krishna conscious principle.
And naturally, this is the highest Krishna conscious principle.
Actually, Prabhupada on his Vyas Puja in 1973 in London,
I think Prabhupada in his Vyasa Puja in 1973 in London,
he had told how his Gurudev had sent sannyasis to London.
he had said how his Gurumaharaj had sent sannyasis to London,
But they're not successful.
but they were not successful.
Prabhupada sent grihastas,
Prabhupada sent grihastas
and they were successful.
and they were very successful.
So he said
that
he wanted all his grihastas to help, first of all, they should become Mahamsas.
So he said that first of all his grihastas should be Paramahamsas.
And that just a Bhakti Thakur was grihasta,
Yeah, just like Bhaktivinoda Thakur was grihasta,
and he had a son, which was the guru of Prabhupada.
and he had a son who was the guru of Srila Prabhupada.
And Prabhupada said, we need many such acharyas.
The Prabhupada said, we need many such acharyas.
So your husbands should try to please have such an acharya as your children. As your son.
So grihastha should try to have such an acharya as their son.
And so he was trying the grihastas to take up this preaching assignment.
So he was inspiring the grihasthas to take up this preaching assignment.
So, I did a book called the Upakyan, the type of examples, stories told by Bhaktisiddhanta.
So there is a book called Upakyan Upadesha, which is a type of instructive stories told by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
He would tell a story and have a little code name
He would tell a story and have a little code name,
like that. Saligram via Badam
like Saligram Diya Badam Banga,
making peanuts or Saligram Shiva.
breaking peanuts with a Saligram Shila.
Someone was using Krishna's property for his own sense realization. You're doing Saligram via Badam.
If someone was using Krishna's property for their sense gratification, he would say, you are doing saligram diya badam manga. You are making peanuts in the saligram shila.
Because he told one story.
Like that, he told one story.
Kacha
Kache katal bukete. Buke.
jackfruit in the tree. Oil on your mustache.
Jackfruit on the tree, oil on the bush there.
Does that mean?
What does it mean?
I told the story.
He told the story.
Man was walking by an orchard.
A man was walking by an orchard.
Top of the tree.
On the top of the tree,
Saw ripe jackfruit.
he saw a ripe jackfruit.
Smell was coming over.
The smell was coming over.
So, I'm another jackfruit. Right.
He was another jackfruit premi.
So, but I know that those are foreigners don't know what's about jackfruit.
Those are foreigners, they don't know what's about jackfruit.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, a bit sticky.
It's a bit sticky.
And so he was afraid.
He was afraid,
I eat the jackfruit,
if I eat the jackfruit,
it stuck up my
it will
mustache.
get stuck on the bush there.
So he went to the nearby grocery store,
He went to the nearby grocery store.
bought 2 grams of oil,
He got a few grams of oil. He oiled his bush there.
jackfruit in the tree, oil on the mustache.
Jackfruit on the tree, oil on the bush there.
Well, this is it. He climbed up the tree, and he gets right close to the jackfruit, almost, where's he standing on weight?
So he got up the tree, he climbed up the tree, he was almost near the jackfruit, and suddenly the branch he was standing on broke and fell down.
He started screaming.
He started screaming.
And then the security of the guard of the orchard, he ran off. Oh, I'm trying to steal jackfruit.
Immediately the security of the orchard, he ran over and said, oh, someone is trying to steal the jackfruit.
Beat him.
He beat him up
with a stick.
with a stick.
And that's the story.
So that's the story.
Kacha Katal over down.
Kache katal gupete.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
See, everyone was scratching their head.
Everyone is scratching their head.
Very funny story.
Very funny story.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
You would say,
Then he was saying,
when someone thinks they can achieve Krishna, not going to the Gurumaharaj,
if someone thinks that they can achieve Krishna, not going through the Guru Parampara,
by stealing,
by stealing,
instead they get beat,
instead they get beaten.
and they have to go through the Gurumaharaj.
So they have to go through the Guru Parampara,
They have to have a one-right guru.
they have to have a bona fide Guru,
Otherwise, even they're very common. I'm not a guru. I'm sufficient.
So we hear people say, I don't need a Guru,
I'm sufficient.
I am sufficient.
So what do you want to say?
So, putting oil on the bush there.
You tell this story that afterwards, that someone was upstart, then he was all, not your all over town.
So after he
Got
told,
bird in the tree, well, I don't want to say.
so after he said the story, that anyone who is an upstart would say, Gaje katal gupe te. Jackfruit on the tree, oil on the bush there.
So he would tell these stories,
So he would tell these stories.
and then no one could figure out what's the purport.
No one could figure out what's the purport.
Give the purport, and then they would use the story, the mantra,
So then he would give the story and he would use the mantra, the short code.
There's a whole book of it.
There's a whole book on this.
One thing that I heard that they're uncooked among the rice and a dog and 8 hours.
I heard how there was once an undercoat and there was a mound of rice and a dog went and ate from it.
Whole amount of rice is all it is. It's unpure.
So the whole mound of rice is now unpure because a dog ate from it.
It's all Bhakti and the service of Lord.
So they told Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Really?
He said, really?
Where did the dog eat?
Where did the dog eat it?
Here?
Here?
There.
There.
You're sure it's here?
You're sure it is here?
All right.
All right. So the feast went on.
So, he was a very dynamic person.
So he was a very dynamic person.
And it asked Prabhupada, tell something about Bhakti,
We would sometimes ask Srila Prabhupada, could you tell us something about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur?
He just says that. Say he was a Vaikuntha man.
He would just say, he was a Vaikuntha man.
So, we're very fortunate that
So we are very fortunate that
we're in Krishna consciousness today.
we are in Krishna consciousness today.
And we're observing the appearance day of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
And we are observing the appearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
We have the Bhakti Vinod Asana in Calcutta.
We have the Bhakti Vinod Asana in Calcutta.
That's a very run-down, broken house.
That was a very run-down, broken house.
And we got it and fixed it up.
We got it and we fixed it up.
And now it's been awarded some recognition as the best reconditioned house.
Now it has been awarded some recognition as the best reconditioned house
of the 1800s.
of the 1800s.
Sometime, about 45 minutes from the airport, so visit that.
If you have some time, it's about 45 minutes from the airport. Please go and visit there.
And that's our program then, Bhakti, and other stars of the Thakur.
That's where Srila Prabhupada met Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur
About 1922.
in 1922.
And there, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he sent on the appearance day of Vishnupriya.
There, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said on the appearance day of Vishnupriya
And he was re-establishing Vishnu Vaishnava Raj Sabha.
that he was re-establishing the Vishva Vaishnava Raja Sabha.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Vishnu Vaishnava is all the Vaishnavas of the universe.
Vishva Vaishnava means Vaishnavas of all the universe.
Right. The king.
The king.
Who is the king of all the Vaishnavas?
Who is the king of all the Vaishnavas?
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So Vishnu Vaishnava Raj, his Sabha means the devotees are Sabha.
So Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha means the devotees who are assembled.
So that was Rupa Swami was the first Vishnu Vaishnava Raj Sabha principal devotee.
Rupa Goswami was the first Vishwa Vaishnava Rajya Sabha principal devotee.
And then there was Jiva Swami.
Then Jiva Goswami.
And then now Bhakti Siddhanta Sarkar Sadhya's Yasavajya.
And then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that he was re-establishing it.
And maybe if my guy takes the Bhaktisiddhanta son Bhagavad in the next in line.
And maybe His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada would be the next in line.
Or established a desire, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada's desire was to have lotus footprints of Lord Chaitanya in all the places he visited.
Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's desire was to have the lotus footprints of Lord Chaitanya wherever Lord Chaitanya visited.
So when we were in Vrindavan,
So when we were in Vrindavan,
we established first a lotus footprint and Urakund Shambhu.
so we established the first lotus footprint at Radhakund and Shyamakund.
And a number of devotees, disciples of Gurumaharaj and my followers, they're finding out how to establish and lotus of the Lord Chaitanya in each of the parts.
So many disciples of Gopal Krishna Maharaj and others, they're trying to find out how to establish the lotus footprints of Lord Chaitanya in each forest.
And all over India, wherever he visited.
And all over India, wherever he visits.
Of course, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur established about 8.
Of course, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur established about 8 of them,
And his followers established some.
and his followers established some.
We continue that work.
We are continuing that work.
And we have another split. This opposite the Adikesha temple.
And we have the lotus footprints just opposite the Adikeshava temple,
Where Lord Chaitanya discovered the Brahma Samhita and all books.
where Lord Chaitanya discovered the Brahma Samhita and other books.
Anyway, today, I have the next day, Anand Kritya, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur.
So today we have the appearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
And I was told that our devotees are Mayapur very happy to be the world headquarters and to receive the DVCs.
And I was told that our devotees are happy to be at the world headquarters and receive the GBCs.
Of different divisions of Mayapur
So different divisions of Mayapur
are offering special prasadam
are offering special prasadam
to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur
to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur
or DVCs and all the other devotees.
for all the GBCs and all the assembled devotees.
In Mayapur we have about 7,500 devotees.
In Mayapur we have about 7,500 devotees.
And 7,000 are grihastas,
7,000, about 7,000 of them are grihastas,
500 or so are brahmacharis.
500 or so are brahmacharis,
Like the puja
like the puja
division,
division
145 devotees.
has 145 devotees.
Then others here, Swami, Madhya Temple,
Here, Samadhi, Bhajan Kutir, Jagannath Temple,
kitchens,
kitchens,
big kitchens,
3 kitchens,
sign over making Olympics,
sewing room,
145 devotees.
so totally 145 devotees.
Sankirtan,
Sankirtan,
but also 150 or another Jayapataka. 150 devotees.
I don't know exactly, but about 150 devotees.
10 buses.
10 buses.
Buses are out now distributing books.
Buses are now out distributing books.
They'll come back in the day.
They'll come back in a day,
Any day.
any day.
And we have them book tables like this table and different tables.
We have book tables like this table and different tables.
And so, and then they have this, what's called the kirtan seva.
And then they have the Sankirtan Seva.
That's in the morning. They offer to the visitors.
That's the morning they offer to the visitors.
Invitation to chant one round.
Invitation to chant one round.
Afterwards, they sell books.
Afterwards, they sell books
As bundles.
as bundles.
And they give out sheets. They fill out, they want to keep in touch.
And they give out sheets which they can fill up if they want to keep in touch.
Sankirtan Seva is some initiative like Bhakti, Jayapataka Swami.
Sankirtan Seva is an initiative of His Holiness Bhakti Vijay Bhagavata Swami
Vyasa devotees.
and the devotees, men and women
Books.
who distribute books.
Like calling out the people that left their contact.
By following up the people who have left their contacts.
That's how they sell sets of books and different books every day.
So, like that, they sell different sets of books every day.
Like that we have 30 divisions in Mayapur,
Like that, we have 30 divisions in Mayapur.
about 3,500 or 3,000 devotees are serving in the division.
About 3,000 devotees are serving in 25 divisions, 30 divisions.
And so, on Prabhupada's Yatsuja, the Grihastas and religions all over Aboga.
And during Prabhupada's Vyas Puja, the different devotees, they all cook and offer boga, grihastas,
And
and divisions.
over 2,000.
Over 2,000.
So, that's anyway. And here,
So I would like to end here.
thank you.
I was just told that TVC meeting is at 9:30.
Swami Maharaj ki মোবাইলটা দিয়ে দাও মেরে একদম রেখে গেছে কি করবো মোবাইলটা আপনি ই করে বন্ধ করে দিয়ে